Hi guys, it's Suzanne, and I thought with 2021 being over that you might like to see exactly how much money I made in 2021 on my kids channel. So as most of you know, back in September of 2019, YouTube came out with a video explaining that in January of 2020, they would stop running personalized ads on kids' videos. And at the end of 2020, I did a video where I shared with you all of my revenue and the analytics around that on my kids channel to see if it would be worth it for you guys to continue with your kids channels. So now that 2021 is over, I'm going to show you all my analytics around how much money I made so that you can again decide if it's going to be worth it for you to either start your kids channel or to keep going with the one that you have. And in 2021, I got 885,000 views. And from that, I made $636 in revenue. If we compare that to 2020, I got 2.5 million views and I made $959. So clearly, I made less money in 2021 than I did in 2020. So let's take a look at why that is. Well, first of all, we got 4 times as many views in 2020 as we did in 2021. And I know a lot of you have been telling me that it seems like your views have gone down year over year. And definitely that has been the case with our channel as well. However, I do think that there were 2 drivers that caused our videos to go down in 2021. And the first thing is when you see this big spike here in 2020 and then this big drop. What happened there? Well, first of all, we had a video go viral here, but the main reason I believe our views went down here is because we started making not for made kids content and incorporating it with our made for kids content. We started doing videos on a game called Fall Guys. When you try to pivot or add in new niches in your content, it's going to have a detrimental effect on your channel. So if you can learn from my lesson, stick with whatever your niche is and try not to move away from that at all. I was trying to see if we could make a little bit more money on the channel by incorporating videos that would get higher ad rates. But as you can see, it actually had a negative impact on my channel. Take it from me, stay with your niche, and hopefully you'll be able to avoid this kind of drop in your views. The second thing that happened around this time is I started posting videos on this channel, Filming with Me, about how to grow your kids channel. And unfortunately, I think that also had a negative impact because as you all were seeing the views that I was getting and you were getting hopeful and watching videos about how to grow your kids channel, a lot of you were heading over to that channel and you were watching my videos. And a lot of times that is really harmful to a channel because the people that are going over there are not your true audience. And when that starts happening, YouTube starts serving it to the wrong people. The people who are watching it probably aren't watching the videos in the same way that somebody who would really like that content would be watching. And there's just a lot of things that happen on the back end in that algorithm that make it so YouTube is not promoting those videos either in the right place or it stops promoting them because it's noticing in the data the videos are not performing as well as they used to. So now let's take a look at my Not Made for Kids channel, which is this channel, Filming with Me. And let's take a look at how it performed in 2021 in comparison to my Made for Kids channel. So in 2021, I got 172,000 views versus 885,000 views, and I made a little over $1,000 on those 172,000 views versus $636 on 885,000 views. So even though I had a fourth of the views on my Not Made for Kids channel, I made almost double in revenue on that same channel. And if we look at the CPM, I was making $17 per 1,000 views on my Not Made for Kids channel and $2.55 on my Made for Kids channel. So basically almost 7 times as much revenue on my Not Made for Kids channel as on my Made for Kids channel. So let's take a look at my revenue month over month in 2021. You can see here that February was my highest earning month with $114, and that was with 86,000 estimated monetized playbacks. And as we're going through the year here, I finished the year in December with $31. So as you can see, my revenue has just been steadily declining as my monetized playbacks and my views have as well. And that is one of the things that you guys have been telling me, is that you've been seeing your views steadily drop over time. And I'm seeing the same thing. If we look at filming with me, you can see my highest month was $174 in December. So whereas you see the revenue going down on the kids channel, you actually see the revenue going up on the Not Made for Kids channel, even though the views have stayed pretty much the same throughout the year. And if you look at the CPM, you can see it is much higher than the Not Made for Kids channel. So what does this mean for you if you have a kids channel? Does this mean that you should quit your kids channel and pivot to a Not Made for Kids channel? That is one possibility. However, last week I did a video on the strategies that top kid YouTubers use to grow their channels into a business by not focusing on YouTube ad revenue primarily, but by building their brand. So if you want to see that video and learn how they're doing that, go ahead and hit the end screen right up here. And it's going to go into detail about how you can mimic those successful channels.